process a rejection to their query letters? Because I kind of to that point when I was saying that sometimes you don't get the feedback that you were necessarily looking for, and you're trying to figure out, okay, it didn't work with this agency, but doesn't mean necessarily my book's bad. So should they process it?
Yeah, exactly. And I like your comparison to, looking for funding because that's the same thing. That's actually what you're doing with a query letter and a book proposal is, you are looking for a business partner to fund, the production of this product, right? It's the same thing. So, as far as processing rejection of query letters, I recommend that authors consider rejections as simply information, not global information, as in nobody likes my work, but specific. Your work is not right for that agent at that time and nothing more. And remember that a single query rejection doesn't tell you anything useful. You can't start drawing any conclusions until you have dozens of responses. And even then, you do need to work really hard to try to avoid emotional spirals and instead ask questions. Do you think it's the query? Or is the book idea itself simply not grabbing people's attention? You may need to get some feedback from friends or beta readers, or a critique partner. You may need to rewrite your query letter and try again. It can be difficult to know, especially if you have a book idea that, when looked at very objectively, people might say, like, yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to read a book about that. I doubt you're going to have a friend tell you that. So it can be hard to get, really honest feedback from people you know. But honestly, sometimes that is the problem. It's not that you wrote a terrible query. It's that we don't think anyone's going to want to read a book about this. And I think people have to be more and more and more aware of that when it comes to nonfiction books, because more and more people want to know about a topic. They're going to get it online and they're going to ask ChatGPT to tell them everything about this subject that they want to know about, right? So is it a topic that people are going to pay money on a book to read about? So yeah, it's hard to get that information that you.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you head over to www.bookupapp.com to download our app so you can connect with your favorite bookish content creators, start conversations, and start your own book club.